Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I still messed up, man. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this figured out real quick. Um hmm. Did I mess up again? I think so. Mm. For some reason it won't let me. Keep getting an error. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Mm. That's interesting. It won't. Hmm. Well, it's like I ain't even gonna trip, right? Forget it. So Monday Night Football, man. Interesting, right? Good morning, Pat. What's going on? Monday Night Football. Not my favorite game, of course, but it's weird. It's not weird either. It's just I guess it's just Monday Night Football, man. Let me see if I could. No, I can't share the link because they don't want me to share the link. But I guess so. Let me just take this down. I'm sorry, guys. Mm, just fully take this down. I am tripping, man. This stuff just tripped out on me, man. Sometimes, I guess every once in a while, I get a little bit of technical difficulties, and I guess it happens, man. Um, so I got to take all this stuff down before I can even go forward, because I ain't gonna use it, um, which sucks. Mm, okay, now that's taken down. Okay, so everything should go smoothly. Man, so I don't know what you guys like for today. Do got an early game. What do you call that? An early preseason game. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna take a look into it. But like I said, it's not one of my favorite games here, and I'm just going with the flow on this one. I'm gonna be doing some live betting, not gonna be betting too much. But we got all the usual suspects, of course. Um, the most the the questionable spot is definitely going to be the receivers right here, right? The receiving game for the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And that's why I'm gonna end up live betting this one here, at because anything can happen, right? But it is two guys that I really, 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 really like. I ain't gonna say really, really like, but I think it's sort of a no-brainer for these guys to be involved. Okay, so looking at looking at the pass catches, right? And a lot of you guys probably gonna know where I'm going with this one here, but I've looked at this spot all season long. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the tight end spot versus Kansas City, right? They've only given up one touchdown to this spot, so granted, it is what it is. But when you're looking at the targets here, they have been targeted. The receptions, they're probably number one in receptions, right above the Chargers. The yards, right? They're giving up a decent amount of yards to that spot. I remember there was a big chunk play. I know it was a big chunk play for about 50 yards to Kyle Pitts, and that was week 1 or 2. So a lot that could help out with a lot of a lot of these numbers as far as these guys being these high yardage attempts like yards per catch and stuff like that. That's a big catch. Baltimore, they've been continuing to get hit through the air, but right now we're looking at Kansas City right now. So Kansas City only giving up one touchdown, so that's interesting. But as you can see, like I said, right here, these guys they can be vulnerable. They can be vulnerable in the tight end area. Oh, I forget the defensive back over there. He does an okay job. You know what I'm saying? A lot of receivers hasn't been killing him. The Kansas City top cornerback, I forget his name, and I think they have a safety that's pretty good over the top. So I think they can be vulnerable around the middle of the field. Solo says, "What's the most efficient site for NFL props?" I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. You talking about prop research, or you talking about, I don't know. You talking about prop research? Let me know. But and that brings me to Jawan Johnson, man. Here's a guy that we know. We know that research. So, man, if I had to take one, it would probably be FTN, but I haven't used it. I haven't paid for it. I still use their free features and a little bit of mostly a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge. I use a conjunction of a lot of free features through a lot of different sites, right? I haven't paid for it. I want to. I want to at least get a month. I haven't found anybody. I was gonna say, hey, we can go half on it or something like that, because I don't know when football, when NBA come on, I'm definitely gonna be predominantly NBA. I'll be popping in with some NFL props here and there. But when NBA come on, anything that I can get money off of every day, like NBA and baseball, kind of like covers most of the year. That's where I'm like predominantly living at. So maybe I'll do a little bit more football this year. But right now, through the first few weeks, I think I could I can make it without getting that FTN. If I was just really, really a hardcore football guy, like I'm all into it, like that's what I'm going to be doing, I would have that FTN package. It would be, it would be, it's like a 20, it's the second one. I think all I would need is the FT, us, I think all we would need would probably be like that FTN plus, I want to say. They got the good, to get the good, they got the good, stuff for us. For like us, if you're the type of person that don't want the picks like me, you want the research tools, then I think that the second one, the one that I want, which is like $30 a month, I think that's the one. I think that's the one. Saints give up the most targets and receptions to tight ends. Interesting. You sure about that? Tight end receptions? I don't know about that. Should be a big day for Kelsey. He said, NBA, you use propped up cash yet? I use it, but I use a bunch of free stuff. A bunch of free stuff, bro. A bunch of free stuff. No, I don't use. I use Outlier. If I was to use one of them, it would be Outlier. You making an SGP for this game? I'm gonna live bet it. I want to live bet it tonight, but I'm giving you guys some spots that I like, right, and some spots that I think should be. I know I got one spot from each game that I think we could. I think that you can probably make some money from. That's what I'll leave it at. I'm gonna get to these two spots. All the usual suspects. It's not a lot of usual suspects, but I don't have to. I'll touch on that theory, and it is what it is. So, now I was just looking at the tight end position, right? Versus the pass, like I was saying, Kansas City can be vulnerable, right? They can be vulnerable. Like you see in here, yards, not as much, right? They have given up some big plays. The completions, not as much. They have given up some. Wait. I'm tripping. Up here. So right here. Oh, here I am, right here. So targets, yeah, as much. Targets right here, right? 10.25 targets. Receptions, Kansas City, in the red. Yards, Kansas City, in the red. Yards per catch, they can get hit, right? You can go back. I want to say 3 of the 4 tight ends probably pretty much gashed them, right? Air yards, Baltimore and Kansas City has been there all season long, right? Red zone targets are there, right? And they've only given up 1 touchdown. Who's given up the most touchdowns to tight ends? Cincinnati, Indianapolis, and LA, right? So they can be vulnerable, right? Versus tight ends. Now, what are we going to get from the tight end spot? We're going to get now, Taysom Hill is out. Juwan Johnson is my guy, right? I know what he can do, right? And he's my dark horse today to have a good game, right? Foster Monroe probably getting out snapped or whatever the case may be, but we can take a look at it, right? Let's see. Let's take a look at player game logs real quick. I could also bring up Outlier. Let me see. So on DraftKings, on Prize Picks, you can get the receiving targets for my people on Prize Picks. I like that. 3 targets, I like it, right? for those same reasons that I just pointed out to you guys, right? Touchdown, he could be a dark horse for a touchdown for sure. Um, reception yards. His reception yards sitting at 20 and a half, 18 and a half, and stuff like that in certain spots. His receptions are sitting at 1.5, and I'm definitely going to use that as a parlay piece. And he's hit that last game. His longest reception is, believe it or not, 11 and a half, and that's in play as well, right? So, let me see if I could get out. Let's go New Orleans, right? New Orleans. No. Ball carriers. Let's go to pass catchers, tight ends. Let's go to New Orleans. Bang, right? So, 2024, that's this year. Week 1, Foster Moreau, Juwan Johnson, Taysom Hill. Juwan Johnson had 3 targets, 13 yards per catch. He must have had a nice one, right? He had a red zone target this week 1, right? 2, 3. So either he was hurt week 1, week 2. He didn't play week 2 or 3, or he wasn't targeted. One or the other. So I'll have to take another look into that. But let me see. Because I want to get this right. Juwan Johnson. So he was hurt. But Juwan Johnson is, if you guys, I know you guys know about Juwan Johnson. I can go back to 2023, right? This is last year. So he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. He, here's a guy. This is his long reception right here. Each game he had his last 4 games in the end of the last season. He crushed his line. This is his longest reception. But we could go back to targets, right? He's had games with 3 targets, 12 targets, 7 targets, 2, 3, 3, 7, 3, 3. He's had targets in that area. Touchdowns. 3 of his last 4 games with the last season, he had a touchdown. Receiving yards, 40, 90, 48, 38, and receptions, right? 2, 2, 4, 8, 3. Okay? This was last year. Fast forward to this year. Last week, right? He had two receptions last week, and he had 2 receptions week 1, right? So all I'm saying is, for production, I think he's going to have to be, in the conversation, right? Foster Moreau. Now, keep in mind, what's the kid's name? Taysom Hill will be out, right? We know what type of work he gets, the gadget plays, stuff like that. Then, Foster Moreau. I think that Johnson is better than Foster Moreau. Okay, so Foster Moreau has been getting work. He's been getting work, but his target share and all that shit is not. I think he's probably a better blocker, but as you can see, 0 receptions, 0 targets last week. 1 target, two targets, 1 reception last week. He stole week one. He had 4 targets and 4 receptions. He had a touchdown week one. But, Foster Moreau, I just think Juwan Johnson is better suited. And is a guy, Juwan Johnson can actually line up in in the slot and shit like that as well, on the outside, stuff like that. So, you got your Olaves, you got your, you got everybody else, but you can't forget about Juwan Johnson. So in a spot like this, do I like his receptions? Yes, I do. I mean, it's 22 and a half. I don't know. Probably so. Receptions as a parlay piece at 1.5 at minus 198. As you can see, you can look at him and you can look at Foster Moreau. His 2 catches is at minus 198. Juwan Johnson, and then Foster Moreau, his catches are at plus 112 for 2. Right? Anything can happen, but me, I'm looking at Foster Moreau, right? I'm definitely looking at Foster Moreau. He's one of the guys that I like outside the usual suspects. Next, Kareem Hunt, right? So Kareem Hunt, right? They got to have some work. I mean, he knows this system, Andy Reid's system, better than a lot of these guys that they're trying to implement. This is a no BS offense, and you want to. You want to have some of your best players in there, right? So let me see. Last week, Kareem Hunt, rushing yards, he had 69 rushing yards, right? So 1 second, let me go over here. Let's look at the Kansas City side of things here. Kareem Hunt. So he had 14 rushing attempts for 69 yards, 2 receptions on 3 targets, right? His rushing line is sitting at what? 44. His rush attempts is sitting at 11.5 now. I've seen some spots where they're 10.5. He just had 14 attempts, okay? They got 11.5 for his longest rush. Kareem Hunt, first quarter rush is at 8.5. I want to see what Kareem Hunt first quarter. It's probably going to be plus money for a catch for him. First quarter. Plus money for 1 catch at plus 154. I like Kareem Hunt. The receptions is sitting at 2.5 at plus 116. I don't know how I feel about that. But in parlays, I think, if you're on the books, I think you could get down to 2 receptions for him. Let me see, Kareem Hunt. I think you can get down to 2 receptions for him. Juwan Johnson, 2 receptions is the minus 200. I think you can get down for 2 receptions for him. Both of these guys at 2 receptions apiece and get plus money right there. It's a lot of ways that you can probably pretty much skin a cat here. So those are 2 players that I have really had my eye on, and the whole industry has their eye on them. Now, as the day goes on, the lines are going to be moving like crazy, right? So the lines has already been moving like crazy, right? They already been moving like crazy because, let me see, rushing yards for 46. They opened on the 3rd, right, at 36.5, right? It's already up 10 more yards. As you can see that open up on the third. That's why it's good to get to early lines. It opened up on the third at 36 yards for rushing, right? His receiving yards, they got the line set at 13, and it's only went up a point, right? It opened up at 12 right here. It opened up at 12, right? So another thing we can look at here is we can look at defense versus position, and let's look at defenses versus the pass catchers, running backs, defenses versus pass catching, running backs, okay? And let's see how New Orleans fared. So New Orleans targets, running backs targets here, right here. So they hold line is right here. So receptions, they pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About top 10. So they hold line right here. 6 targets, 4.75 receptions, yards to the running back position, 34.5. Yards per catch, about 7.6. Air yards, red zone targets, no touchdowns, right? No touchdowns. How about defense versus the run? They've been involved in some blowouts too, so their numbers can be misconstrued. But I would have thought yards per carry, New Orleans yards per carry. That's an interesting one right there. They're giving up 2 touchdowns to running backs. Yards per carries could be interesting, right? We'll see how this is going to fare out. Don't know if I'll be going to his full rushing line, but I am tempted to go to his receiving yards or receptions, right? So I like Kareem Hunt, and I can also see instances where Kareem Hunt can probably end up falling into the end zone. Okay, so he did have 3 targets last week. Okay. Looking from here, he did have a nice target share there. I mean, he did have a real nice, nice amount of attempts there. 14 attempts on week 1. The first game, 14 attempts. I mean, that just tells me, that he should be in play. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, looking at the running back room right now, Samaje Perine, the rookie Carson Steele, Clyde Edwards-Helaire should be on the way back. Kareem Hunt, right? He should be leading the way, right? Samaje Perine, you would have thought he would be that third down back and stuff like that, but he ain't. I mean, last week, let's take a look what he did, right? Versus all these other weeks. 5 attempts, no targets, bro. None, right? No targets. All 3 of his previous weeks, he had 4 targets, 1 target, and this is what he does. He's a third down back, right? Y'all know about Samaje Perine, but he did have 5 attempts to spell Kareem Hunt. But if you know Kareem Hunt can do it all. You know what I'm saying? So Didn't have any reception targets that today. They could probably change today, whatever the case may be. But I just think Kareem Hunt is more suitable for this offense, and I really like him. You don't need me to talk about Rice's. I mean, well, he's hurt, but Kelsey's. Now, the interesting thing here is the wide receiver room. Okay, Worthy, Watson, Juju, Sky Moore. I mean, whatever, right? And then for the tight end, you have some interesting plays there, right? You got Noah Gray along with Travis Kelce, right? So it's not going to be easy to pinpoint what's going to happen, especially for touchdowns, right? I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster can get in there some. Xavier Worthy, Justin Watson, I don't even know. And then you got Travis Kelce. I don't know where this gonna end up at. We can look at some red zone numbers here to give you guys a let's see. Let's go to let me see what we got here. Let me see if this is the right one. Let's go to because I haven't looked at this yet, and this will probably give me a look at where the ball's going in the end zone. Let's see, Chiefs. Okay. Red zone receiving stats here. Okay, so games played right here. Targets. This year, Rashee Rice, 2 targets in the end zone, 2 completions, 1 touchdown. Noah Gray got two targets in the end zone, no touchdowns, 1 complete in the red zone. I'm sorry. Juju got a touchdown in the red zone. Justin Watson, Noah Gray, Russian. Samaje P. Rounds got now. Carson Steele. That's that game he played. He did fumble too. Let me see. Explosive plays, rushing production, route trees, coverage stats, player game notes, QB reads, route tree, rushing productions, explosive plays. Where am I supposed to be looking at here? Let me see something here. Let's go inside the let's go Chiefs. Inside the 10. Pass catches. Did I do that right? Let's go inside the 20. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Rashee Rice. Who the hell is Wanya Morris? That's an offensive line. Okay. I just wanted to see something. I haven't used this sections portion, the route trees portion. I need to start using that a little bit when I get some time. But I couldn't tell you what motherfucking receiver is going to get in there. But for the value, the 2 guys that I looked at today, for the value is there for them. You're going to look at, if you're looking at somebody like not Justin Watson, Juwan Johnson to get in there, you can get him at a plus 500. If you're looking at Kareem Hunt to get in there, you get him at a plus 150, right? So You got multiple ways for Kareem Hunt to get in there through the pass, through the air, and through the rushing. He's definitely a candidate. You're getting plus money on damn near everybody except for Kamara. So, if you got that gambling, I couldn't talk you off of that, right? Um, Somebody said, "Would I do a same game parlay for this one?" I don't like this game because I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. I don't. Uh, I could look at some first quarter stuff. I'm starting to like that first quarter stuff a lot. Let's see. Kareem Hunt, you get plus money on one catch at plus 154. Juju plus 154 catch. Noah Gray plus 148 for a catch. Justin Watson plus 140 for a catch. Like somebody's got to catch the ball. Xavier Worthy minus 110 for 5 yards. Um, Xavier Worthy. Hmm. Xavier Worthy 4 targets last game. Um, 4 targets the previous game. Week 3, Xavier Worthy 4 targets. He's averaging around 4 targets. Shit might go up. He did have 73 yards week 4. That's when Rashee Rice left the game. So he's a guy that's probably going to end up being targeted. I'm still not a big fan, but he's going to end up getting targeted. Juju got 3 targets and a touchdown in the last game. Um, Juju has only been targeted 1 game before that. So Justin Watson, 3 targets this game, 2 targets this game, week 3, 2 targets week 2, and 1 target. So Justin Watson is, he's somebody that you're going to have to pay attention to, right? Justin Watson is somebody that you're going to have to pay attention to. He's been in that system. And I would say Justin Watson would probably be over Juju, truthfully, right? Um, what would we get a Justin Watson touchdown for? Good money at plus 360. I would be lying if I told you what right. I'd be definitely lying. The guys that we know are solidified would be the Olave and the Rashid Shaheed and probably Xavier Worthy. Those guys that we know, Kamara and Travis Kelce. But man, I don't know, man. I'll probably be looking at receptions here. Olave is sitting at 4.5 in a parlay piece. I like that at 4.5 as a parlay piece. 1.5. Uh, um, Juwan Johnson, I like that. I mean, Kamara 4.5 is in play. Justin Watson, Xavier Worthy at 3.5. It's got to be in play along with Travis Kelce. Man, they got to be in play. They got to be in play. Boy, if you can pick the right one, you'll get some money. I mean, you get 2.5 for Justin Watson. I mean, you got to. I mean, I really think he can get 3 catches. I really think Justin Watson could probably get 3 catches. So it's going to be interesting. I just I would probably let me see. Russian props, Russian attempts. So they won't let me put this in the same game parlay. I would probably take this 11.5. So I would probably go over here on prospects. I'm going to look at, let's see. I'm going to look at let's see, receiving yards, receptions. 5 catches, 4 catches. Justin Watson, 2 catches, man. I'm gonna take that, right? No. I could. Well, you got Watson and Gray at 2 catches, man. Mm. I'm gonna take a stab at the Watson for 2 catches here. Um, Shucks. Travis Kelsey, man. They had Jawan Johnson up here somewhere. Johnson. I'll take the 2.5 reception targets, right? I'll take the 2.5 reception targets for Jawan Johnson. How about the rush yards or rush attempts, right? .46 is enticing for him. Rush attempts. 12 rushing attempts for Kareem Hunt. Kamara hit the 16 in 3 straight games. I can see myself looking at Kamara with no Taysom Hill out there. He could probably get that 16 rushing attempts too. Um, they got any combos? Mm. Worthy and Olave and Hunt and Shaheed. I like this Hunt and Shaheed for sure. I truthfully, so on here, I think you could take both of them. So I wouldn't mind taking both of these. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm a little bit undecided on how I want to do this with Kareem Hunt, but it's gonna take me a little time to figure this out. So I'm looking at his rush yards at 45.6. I think that's doable. Or his rush attempts, receiving yards for him, 13 and a half. Hmm, that's doable. Edwin said, "I like Worthy and Olave. This is Shaheed Day with the Kansas City defense and play. Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, I think you can look at Shaheed and Shaheed. I think we can look at his 3.5 receptions too. I think we can look at Shaheed 3.5 reception. On the other side, I think we could look at his 3.5 receptions, man. Let's say Shaheed. 8 versus Atlanta. How many targets did he have here? His target line sitting at 6.5. Um, and then what's his yards, right? Because maybe yards would be a little bit more of a better look. He is a deep threat, and he's hit his yardage in 4 of the last 5 games. Well, this season he's 3 or 4. He's 75% to this number. So yardage or either receptions. I like for Shaheed, right? I don't know which one I want to take. For the sake of this prize picks here, I think I want to get to 3 legs or maybe 4 legs. But Justin Watson, 2 receptions. I mean, like what? What you want me to say? Yeah, I think I like that. I mean, he's going to get 2. I think he's going to get 2 receptions. Let's see. Receive 49, 50 yards or 8 receptions. I mean, 4 receptions. Hmm. Um, Worthy. So Worthy's got a rush attempt in 3 of his last 4 games, right? He's got 21 yards, 5 yards, 13 yards, and 0 yards there, right? So what did he do? He's got a okay. Yeah, so you're looking at Worthy, it's another way, because that's another way they can get him involved. Just a lot of gadget plays and stuff like that. So Worthy, let me see. Damn, one of my plays got taken down. Who was that? That was, I forgot who that was up there. That was Johnson. See, money coming in on Johnson, man. A lot of money coming in on Johnson. That was just 2.5 receptions. Damn. They finna push it to a solid 3. And I know that's a good play. I know that's a good play. So either way it go, what was I talking about? What time is it? 12:02. Damn, that preseason game about to come on. I need to figure out some shit for that game. Let me see. Reception. Rush and reception. No, just rush. Wait a minute. Rush yards. They got Xavier Worthy at 2.5 rush yards. This is a play. This is a sneaky play. He hit it in 3 of his last 4 games. Is a sneaky play, man. You know, it's a sneaky play. I don't know if they have him in rush attempts. That's a sneaky play. So I'm just undecided how I want to do things. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you I'm taking Justin Watson for sure, and I want to see what they put Juwan Johnson back up here for. They probably gonna put him back up there for a solid 3. They put him in a solid 3. I'll take it at a solid 3. Rashid. I think you got to look at Noah Gray too. I think at least Noah Gray and Justin Watson could at least push at two, at two, at two, at two, at two. I think they could at least push, and then Travis Kelce. Like, I mean, Travis Kelce. That's Travis Kelce. You could throw him up there, trying to get to a six play. Alvin Kamara, however you want to look at it, 5 receptions or whatever the case may be. Um, Shaheed Olave. Olave is supposed to get there. I don't know if I'm gonna end up fading Olave. Shaheed for Johnson would be the fifth player. Can be a fifth player here, or you could substitute one of these guys for, like I said, Kareem Hunt. Either you're looking at Kareem Hunt rushing props as attempts or whatever the case may be. If I had to, I think I would play these 3 plays here for sure. Watson, Gray, Kelce. If I had to play 2 of these props right here, these first 3 props would probably be Watson, Kelce, then Gray. 3 pick here would be Watson, Kelce, and probably the other, the 2.5 for Juwan. Juwan Johnson, his reception yardage at 20.5 is interesting, and the 13.5 for Kareem Hunt is interesting. I'll put one together right here. See if I get a plus 500 or something. I think we can go 2 receptions for Juwan Johnson, 2 Justin Watson, 2 receptions. Kelsey, 5 receptions. Shaheed, 3 catches. Olave, 4 catches. Kareem Hunt, 25 rushing yards. You can. I haven't even put up like I could add in. I haven't even added in um like Xavier Worthy. I didn't add him in there. You could put him in there for 2 or 3 catches. You could even put him in there for 2 catches and or you put him in there for 3 and get like a plus 1,000. Or you could take some of these guys down. Whatever you want to do, right? These are all these guys, right? All these props right here are some parlay pieces that I don't mind getting to. How about that, right? And since I got them all up here, I might as well just play this, right? But I don't even have Kamara up there. See what I'm saying? I can Kamara up there for about 3 receptions or something like that. It's just a lot, right? So just those are some pieces that we can use for parlay pieces, whatever the case may be, right? If you wanted to just break it down, and the odds are steady going down because money's steady coming in. If you wanted to break it down to 3 plays, something like that, the highest usage players or something like that, I would probably go with even just to get to like plus money or something like that. If you're looking at Kamara, Kelsey, and an Olave, if you want to get to a bankroll builder and you just want to put like 3 catches up there for him, that'll give you a plus 100 right there. Kelsey, 3 catches for Kamara, 3 for Olave, 5 for Kelsey. That's plus money. You see what I'm saying? That's plus money. Like, these are the guys that need to be involved to help win these games. You can even take Kelsey. You mad at Kelsey? You can take Kelsey down, and you can come up here and get you can get 3 catches for Worthy, right? And you get Worthy. You can go with 3 catches apiece. Just a lot of different ways to not be greedy. So the books give you a lot more flexibility. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different ways to not be greedy, right? And that's just in the passing game alone, right? Like I said, you could, I could throw in Kareem Hunt rushing yards at 25 and Kareem at 25. And like I said, I do like guys like Gray, you know what I'm saying? But I like to bet receptions in a lot of instances. So two catches for Watson and 25 yards for Hunt, and you can just about put anything with that after that's all said and done. You know what I'm saying? To get to plus money, you can go with the 2, 3, and 3. You know what I'm saying? Just it's plenty ways. There's plenty ways, right? You could probably even put Kelsey. You could put 3 catches for Kelsey, 2 for Watson, and 25 yards for Hunt. That's and get minus money. Okay, plus money. I mean, that was minus 101. So, I would probably right here. What I said, 5. What I said, 5 catches for Kelsey here. Let's try 5 catches for Kelsey. 4 for let's go with 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 2 for Watson, 2, 3, 3 for who? Anybody, man. Anybody. 2 for 3 for Shaheed. But at the end of the day, those were the ones that I was saying, right? So I know exactly how I'm gonna play it. I don't, right? Worthy for 3. You can do that. Now, some other plays that I'm looking at. I got 2 plays I'm gonna play here. 2 plays I'm gonna play is gonna be there's a couple of them, right? I want to play this Kelsey to record 25 in each half. I want to play that, right? Kelsey, 1 catch in each quarter, plus 195. I think that's doable. Olave, 25 in each half. That's interesting, right? Rashid, 25 in each half. 5 receiving yards for Kelsey in each quarter, plus 320. I'd like that. 5 receiving yards in each quarter for Olave. It can be hit, right? Plus 400. Xavier Worthy, 25 yards in each half, receiving yards. 10 receiving yards in each quarter, plus 850. That was one that kind of stood out to me. Olave, 10 in each quarter, plus 1,000. Kelsey, 2 receptions in each quarter, plus 2,000, right? Man. And then the rushing, right? And these can be hit, right? Because look, these can be hit. I played some of them for the first time yesterday, and let's see, Josh Jacobs. Let me see here. Those are my. I played those. Let's see. So right here, this one here I was gonna bring the house down with this one, right? So this is the one, like, why would I even do this? But I did do this one here for fun at the bottom. Josh Jacobs and Kyrie Williams to combine for 300 plus rushing yards. That was a plus 65 as opposed to the 500, 260, and 240. But Brian Thomas Jr. and Christian Kirk to combine for plus 150 plus yards at 260. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to combine for 200 yards plus 500. And then I took the L right there with that. But I did smack them though, right here. I round robin this one here, and I played it straight as well. So the Cooper, this was the same thing, but I took that Josh Jacobs out for that plus 6,500, and I inserted the Josh Jacobs to record 25 plus rushing yards each half, right? And these were the guys that I was already raving on. Like, I liked the spot for Amari Cooper. I wanted to ladder him, but I ended up going with this one right here, right? Brian Thomas Jr. was the guy that I really liked. And then I just tagged this one along because I had Christian Kirk in my fantasy. So, I said, fuck it, I'll put him in there. And then T. Higgins, like, we was all over his. They was dangling that 4.5 receptions in front of us all week. Like, we didn't know that game was going to pop off like it did, right? So, and then, so those can, we can definitely hit those props, man. So these props are definitely hittable. You see what I'm saying? So, looking at the rushing ones, this is one where you could probably catch these boys by, surprise with the Kareem Hunt. So, Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt to combine for 250 rushing yards. I'm not fucking with that one. Hunt to record 20 rushing yards in each quarter, plus 4,000. Kamara, 20 rushing yards in each quarter, plus 2,300. Hunt, 50 rushing yards in each half. That's interesting. 1,800. Kamara and Hunt each to have 30 in each half. 50 rushing yards in each half for Kamara. Kamara and Kareem Hunt to combine for 200 plus 1,000. Kamara and Kareem Hunt each to have 25 rushing yards in each half. That one there is interesting. 25 rushing yards in each half is something that's doable. It's something that's doable. Of course, the most important one would be the first half, right? And then you just got to get there in the second. That could be a total of 50 yards, 25 in the first half and 25 in the second half, right? 10 rushing yards for each quarter for Kareem Hunt, plus 650. Kamara, 10 rushing, Hunt, 25 rushing yards in each half. You can get these guys individually, right? Kareem Hunt, 5 rushing yards in each quarter is an interesting play at a plus 200. That's an interesting play, okay? Kamara, 25 rushing yards in each half, plus 120. And 5 rushing yards in each quarter plus 110 for Kamara. Okay. Those are interesting plays there. Those are interesting plays, right? I didn't do the first quarter play, my first quarter play yet. I'll put that out. I'll put that out a little later on. I'll put it in the community section. I'll put it in the I'll tweet it out and all that. Okay. So you guys got any plays from this? Let me know. I'm probably gonna give this one a stab. Like I don't care. I'm gonna give this one a stab here, right? I hit it yesterday. Let's see if I can probably hit this one again. I'm probably gonna go with this one. Kamara and Hunt, 25 yards apiece in each half, right? I'm gonna take a stab at that at plus 850. All right. So it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Peace out, fam. Peace out. Stop streaming.